Jazakallah Tariq sir. Again, it's an honor to speak as a water professional. I've been in this field for over 20 years. I'm going to get right to the point. There's a presentation, but really the purpose of my talk today is to raise awareness to all the individuals here and beyond. What can you do in your daily lives to make this change? I know I'm short on time and we only have a few minutes for question and answer, but I'll get right into it. So here's a Quranic reference, and we send down blessed rain from the sky, bringing forth gardens and grains for harvest. Again, water is the essential element for life to exist. So we absolutely need good water in case of pre-war, during war, and post-war. It's really about the mindset. In Western countries, we take water for granted. I'll be very honest and about that. We think we can just, turn on the tap and it's immediately gonna, the water's gonna be flowing. But believe me, it's a very, very sensitive and vulnerable system. So I just wanted to kind of mention to you, some of these references have been shared with you. Please go to these websites, especially FEMA. They have radio.gov, World Health Organization, CDC, and USAID. They have a lot of documentation. Make yourself aware. The first thing you can do is make yourself aware and educate yourself. So that's step number one, and that will help you. Okay, so as far as storage, again, preparation for all these kind of conditions, you gotta figure out how you're gonna store the water, okay? Portable tanks, different parts of your house, small can tanks. This is all plastic. If you can, store in different locations. Again, it's emergency water. You can even use a tub, for emergency water storage, right? You can even use your water heater to store water if you plumb it right. You get a professional to do that, right? So there are many, many ways. I have a poster on this, by the way. So if somebody wants to talk about some of that, I can definitely help that. Keep your water in many different locations so that if one part of the location gets damaged for some reason, you don't run out of water. We're talking about drinking water specifically here. Again, if you do not have access to really clean drinking water, EPA has a lot of guidelines. You can boil it, you can filter it, you can several ways to do that. Please educate yourself. You can even do like a life straw, which is which is used all over in disaster emergency situations. So there are many, many systems, and we can totally different a vast topic, but again, reverse osmosis, chemical treatment, ionization, UV disinfection, all of these are ways you can purify water. And we can get into that a little bit later in the poster session. These are some of the kind of, the processes, some of the, on the right you have distillation, on the top you have a typical treatment system. On the left, a little photo of a stainless steel water purification system that it's portable. Again, very, very important. When we're talking about medical grade water, you're talking about a very, very higher grade, a higher quality. Now, typically you don't need a whole lot of, a quantity of water, but this is important because you can typically use reverse osmosis or some kind of system like that to create medical grade water. You can also obtain medical grade water. You can store it. Right now, you can obtain it and store it, for later use. So I highly recommend that. If you're in that profession, think not just about your family and how you can also serve the community. Again, very important in some life-saving medicine equipment, especially dialysis machines and all that kind of stuff. Again, lots of applications. Please be familiar if you are in that profession with those kind of, with that level of water quality. And that's pretty much, I can't go to the last slide, but, that's really what it is. Again, my goal here is to get you thinking. How can you, in crunch time or when times are in peace, how can you prepare? Get educated, do something about it. When you go away from this conference, do just one thing. That's my ask, and whatever you can do. But I'm here to help you do that. So with that, I want to open that up to the questions. We have a hard stop at 3:25. So we have